What's going on, everybody? You found Bottom Tier Collector, and I'm your host, The Bearded One. As always, thank you for liking, subscribing, and commenting on my content. Anything you do for me and this channel is always much appreciated. Let's get right into it. I'm knocking this series out. I'm filming this on one sitting. You guys won't know that because I'll release these videos separately. Your only clue is the clothes are going to be the same. Let's see here. Okay. The independent box, I don't necessarily consider Image independent. Legally, they are an independent company. They're not an open public company where you can invest in them. They're not a subsidiary of a conglomerate. They are independently owned by Todd McFarlane and maybe a couple other people he hasn't bought out or partners or whatever. But for the sake of legality, we will call Image independent, and that's really the purpose of this box I'm about to show you guys. And that'll be this video. This second part will be a real short part. It's just one box. So here we go, guys. Alright, guys, here we are in the independent box. We got some Valiant Turok the Dinosaur Hunter #1, and as I talked in the last video with that Death of Superman 75, this is part of that historic busts collection. I enjoy buying comic books that were thought to bring people millions of dollars in investment return, and they didn't pan out. Moving on, we have Primordial. I need to replace this with the cover A. Although I like this cover for what it is. I thought this was cover A, that's why I bought it. And I wanted to try out Primordial. I'm impressed. I don't know. Well, I might just get cover A because I liked it so much and get Jeff Lemire to sign it. But I think I would prefer to have this in trade or read it digitally, unless Jeff Lemire really expands on this. If he really expands on this and makes it a universe or whatever, or an ongoing series, then I will I'll collect the singles. But if it's just a little short mini series, I don't know if I want this in the box. Like the whole series. Got Chicken Devil. Wasn't too impressed with Chicken Devil, I'll be honest. I like the cover. Don't think I'll be keeping this around. I just, meh. It was whatever. Shit show, meh. I'm glad I supported Adam Barnhart. I'm glad he got those monies and that revenue from me. I got the Shit Show Shorts catch-up package when he came out with that script. I showed you guys in a different video. I think I showed you guys in the Cole video. Yeah, may not be keeping that. So, Blood Wolf. I'm collecting Blood Wolf because I'm so far down the Lobo rabbit hole. I want to collect Lobo's rip-off characters. And so that's where Blood Wolf comes into the collection when I'm collecting it all. I don't really care about Layfield. But the character looks cool. I'm not going to lie. I have an affinity for the 90s. And I actually want to read this. When I get the full run, I'm definitely going to read this. I think this is the coolest Blood Wolf cover there is. Really cool aesthetic. I hope there's, it's a character called Blood Wolf. Look at the guy. Just look at him. Look at him. Just look. That meme you see on Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, I don't expect Eisner Award winning writing, but I hope there's enough action there. I hope it's cool enough, suits my fancy enough for me to be interested in Blood Wolf. We got Cyber Frog, All Cap Comics, Ethan Van Sciver. I'm not going to talk about anything more with that. He's a controversial figure in the community. Leave your comments in the comments section about either Kyber or Cyberfrog, and we will discuss it like mature adults in the future. Berserker. Yeah, I fell for the gimmick. Keanu Reeves jumped on board. I didn't fall for the spec gimmick. I didn't overpay. I don't have the 1 in 1,000 variant, although I do have the foil. But yeah, I'm not impressed with this. This is, and then I don't have every cover A. That bothers me. Yeah, one of these is foil. One of these is not foil. I don't know what I'm going to do with Berserker. I think I might see. I'm going to finish off this run, read it, and then I'll probably get a trade or something if it ends up being good. But I don't know. I'm not impressed with Berserker. It's just too slow. It's a slow burn. In a book that's high, the action scenes are fast paced and bloody and gory. The plot is slow, which is weird. It's very jarring. Got a slow plot with hyper fast action scenes. Space Bastards, love Space Bastards. I don't know what's going on with Space Bastards at the moment. Excuse me for that. I follow the Humanoids or the Space Bastards Instagram. They're still alive and kicking it and posting, but they haven't done anything single issue wise since issue 9. And they also came out with that the oversized special that I still need to get, which is $7.99. So I'm just kind of waiting for the right time to spend $7.99 on one single comic book. Modern comic book, that is. But love this series. This is made for me. If you're a fan of Lobo, if you're a fan of like 80s and 90s comics, I'm pretty sure you're gonna like Space Bastards. It's pretty wacky. It's all over the place, and it's got a lot of endearing characters you'll get behind. Got TMNT. I think 113 was my first foray into the series. I think my first haul video, I talked about this. I think I picked up a couple others. Yeah, I like this. I have some buddies that were reading it from the beginning. I wish I had appreciated the Turtles like I do now back then when this run started. I was just a little more narrow-minded back in those days. And, it kind of sucks that I started at issue 113. There's a lot of keys I don't have. I may never have the run completed now. But I'm enjoying it. Again, I brought up my buddies to say that they got off the run because the art and the storytelling lightened up, became more accessible to a broader audience, and they didn't care for that. But yeah, here's the TMNT stuff I have, and then this is where I had to stop 122 and cancel my box, and I'm just not buying a lot of comics right now. Kick-Ass 3. I don't know what to do with Kick-Ass. I love the movies and I love the comics. I may dive deeper into it. I'm not sure. But yeah, I jumped specifically on Kick-Ass 3 because I wanted to see the end of Kick-Ass's journey. I forget Kick-Ass's name. The Punisher homage there, if you ask me. Yeah, I can't decide if I want if I want to get rid of these and collect Kick-Ass just and get the omnibus or something, or trades, or I don't know. I'm not doing anything to Kick-Ass and not getting rid of it yet. Just kind of waiting and seeing. I don't mind having the single issues in the collection. Spoiler for those of you that don't know the end of this version. There's a new Kick-Ass, but this version of Kick-Ass, the original guy, he becomes a police officer. He turns in the costume and decides to legally fight crime. Kind of a poetic ending, if you ask me. All right, next up we got more Judge Dredd. This is the IDW stuff. That's why it's separate from that DC Judge Dredd run. Although eventually, once I amass enough Judge Dredd comics, I'll split them off, including the DC stuff, into its own Judge Dredd stuff. Now, this is probably the last time I really, this is the last time I probably FOMO bought a run that didn't have Lobo on the cover. I mean, you can see I all these variants, and I was chasing all the covers. I don't know. I didn't really like this run, I'll be honest. I didn't really like this run at all. I don't really know what was going on with this run. It seemed like it was going nowhere. Free Comic Book Day, Judge Dredd. Cool little anthology book. And now we have Spawn. The bulk of my independent comic book run. I think we're going to collect, I see a lot of the toy comics that come with the toys. I need to figure out what all toy issues there are. And as I see them loose in dollar bins and whatever, pull them into the fold, into the collection. There's Spawn number 1. Got it for $1. Holla, holla, holla. Dollar bill, y'all. First overt kill. A lot of these like first 5 or 6. There's like first violators in here somewhere. That might be first overt kill. I can't remember. Spider-Man homage. Spider-Man 1 homage. There's my introduction to Cerberus. I do have issue 9 that's in the key box. You guys have all seen issue 9 already. This is my introduction to Cerberus and why I'm even interested in Cerberus at all. I'll quickly flip through the Spawn stuff since this is a shorter video. You guys can appreciate these covers. I think this is first Greg Capullo on Spawn. Let's see where the signature is, if there is a signature. Okay, he didn't sign it, I don't think. I think 16 is first Greg Capullo. I'm going to have the opportunity to meet Greg Capullo, and I think I'm going to bring the first Greg Capullo on Spawn book with me. No, this is not a complete run, but I do have roughly the first 30-something issues of Spawn. It's getting hard to buy Spawn books right now. If there's any run in the entire industry that has seen the effects of like FOMO and speculation and inflation, it's been Spawn. It's hard to find these for even $3. I mean, most stores have them for like $10 a pop. This is first. Oh, this is first. Something Redeemer. First Anti-Redeemer or something. And here's where the collection is incomplete, where the gaps start happening. This is first that guy, I think. cool cover. That's an iconic Spawn cover. All of these are iconic, honestly. Art is just top tier on these covers. I didn't like when they started putting the borders around them, though. Angela. Great Angela cover. Cagliostro. Haven't read past issue 50 when it comes to everything before the issue I started on. This was the cover to a Spawn video game. I think the PlayStation 2 game. I've got first Nyx. She's the original She-Spawn. I think this is first Nyx. Could be wrong. But Nyx is not the She-Spawn in Spawn universe that's going on right now. Different character. Yeah, you can see. There's a lot I don't have from like issue 105 to 200. And here's where I started on my Spawn journey, 247. Spawn's one of these series where if I need to trim the fat, Spawn gets cut usually, because Spawn's always going to be there. And I started, since I started at 247, I'm not losing sleep jumping on and off of Spawn like that. It's always going to be there. I don't know if this run will ever be that expensive. Granted, $10 is pretty expensive, but I don't think it'll ever be out of reach to hunt this series. So I'm saying that to say, even though I started at 247, you're going to see my reading journey. I've read every issue past this point, and you're going to see where the issues kind of jump around. And it's kind of the story of my journey in the hobby. I don't have 250. I thought this was 250, but it's not. I need to get 250. 250 is where Al Simmons comes back as Spawn. These are not cover A's. Store I had this in my pull list just was slacked on the cover A's, and it bothered me. It bothers me. I need to get the cover A's. This was really cool. The Satan Wars. I think there's a Savage Dragon in here somewhere. If I haven't taken it out, yeah. This was an arc. He like teams up with like the Ant and Savage Dragon, so that's why that's in there. There's a Gunslinger. So you can see from 270 to 312. I took a long break from the hobby. There's the new She-Spawn, not Nyx. New Redeemer. Sigor, I think is his name. Spawn's Universe, Spawn, and now we're getting into. I'm not separating the runs. I'm putting them in order of release date. That's how I like them. Man, that's all-time cover right there. I might send that to EGS. I don't know. Gunslinger 1, that blew up. That's like a $10 book now. Let's see. Just 2 more books. And Gunslinger Spawn 5. Or 3, excuse me. And that's where my journey ends with Spawn for the moment. So again, I'm not reading current books, but as you can tell, I was reading recent current books. There we go. All books are current, right? All books used to be current, so that's a little weird to say it like that. Anyways, you know what I mean. That is part 2. Went a little long in the Spawn section just to fill some time. I apologize for the shoddy camera work. One day I'll have a camera stand and I'll be able to do stuff like this the right way. Thank you for putting up with my shoddy camera work. Thank you for watching my video. Until next time, guys.